Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Stews here, and welcome back to another video. And today, I'm going to be talking about a very special event, and that event is the D23. Yes, guys, yeah, the D23, one of my favorite events of this entire year, where we get to see the Disney fanboys rise and Disney themselves rise with new announcements from all their studios, not just their main studio, but all the studios that they own as well. So yeah, now just to give us a recap, last year's D23 was a huge disappointment. We didn't get any new trailers. We didn't even get the Wish trailer, the new trailer for Wish last time. And the only thing we heard is that they played a 15-minute sneak peek of this Wish, where they showed both this Wish and I'm a Star, but they didn't even play it online. It was just exclusive to them. And I feel like Wish is the only thing they did. I don't even remember what else they did. I don't even remember if they talked about Frozen 3 and Zootopia 2 in last year's D23. So yeah, but yeah, now 2022's D23 was awesome. Yeah, that I still remember that one very well, because if I remember correctly, that was when they announced, that was when the MCU was really big. The MCU, Marvel really went real all out in 2022's D23, and also Disney also went out of their way to announce both an Inside Out 2, which I absolutely love. You all know. In fact, there's a slight chance that Inside Out 2 could get thrown back as my favorite film of the year. We'll have to wait and see. Also Wish, yeah, especially the announcement of Wish. Yeah. With this year's D23, I am happy to say that it's just like D23's 2022. Yeah, it's just like 2022's D23. Yeah, this was worth it. And I know that D23 is still going to continue tomorrow, but let's be real here. I feel like Disney did everything they could today. They actually announced, all the big stuff in D23 came out today. So I feel like tomorrow there won't be much. Tomorrow there isn't really going to be a lot in D23, because they literally today was just when they, announced everything. I feel like all the big stuff, the highlights today. So I feel like tomorrow there won't be much. That's just my personal assumption. And there's a lot to talk about here, a lot to digest into. I'm not going to talk about everything. I'm not going to talk much about Marvel, because I understand why Marvel didn't do much in this year's D23, because I think they did all the best they could with promoting their films, like in Comic-Con, especially with the announcement of Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. I think that was enough for Marvel, so I didn't really expect much from Marvel. I figured that D23 was going to focus more on Disney and also 20th Century Studios. So for this video, I'm going to be talking about the trailers that dropped this year, all the trailers that I personally saw. And also I'm going to be talking about the announcements as well, giving my brief thoughts on the announcements. So yeah, without further ado, if you want to know my thoughts, if you want to see my details on the D23 announcements and trailers, then just keep watching. First, let's start off with the trailers, and we're kicking things off immediately with my favorite D23 trailer, Moana 2. Yeah, this was actually the very first trailer that dropped, and I'm actually going to be reviewing these trailers in chronological order, just based on which one came out first. So yeah, Moana 2 came out first, and it ended up being the best trailer of these ones. What can I say about Moana 2's trailer? I love it. This trailer was even better than the first trailer. I definitely have even more confidence for this film than I did when the trailer dropped. Yeah, I am way more excited for. I am way more excited for this now. Is it my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year? No, that still goes to Joker Folie à Deux. And I'm more excited. I still am a little more excited for Beetlejuice over this one. But this was such an awesome trailer. Yeah, it's such an awesome trailer. Yeah, now But yeah, I can definitely say with full confidence that this is my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. Sorry, Wild World, but now yes, now I doubt that this will top Inside Out 2 as my favorite film, as my favorite anime film of the year, because Inside Out 2 was real something that was truly special to me. Inside Out 2 was something that really spoke to me on a personal level, and I don't think there's no topping Inside Out 2 when it comes to animated films this year. But yeah, this I predict, I'm calling it right now, this will be my second favorite anime film of 2024, second only behind Zootopia. No, Inside Out 2. But yes, I will talk about Inside Out 2 in this video. Zootopia 2 in this video. Yeah. Now. Yeah, what can I say about this trailer? Yeah, so we actually get to have more details on Moana 2. When it came to the teaser trailer of Moana 2, I did get worried that this was going to be a rehash of the first film, but looking at the trailer now, that is not the case, thankfully, as this looks a lot different. This looks different than the first the first film, and it looks like it's actually going to be bigger. It's going to have a bigger story. Sure, yes, the premise, the idea of Moana going on an adventure is the same, but in execution, it is different. Look, it's gonna have a different story. A story about pretty much Moana finding her ancestors. And what makes this adventure bigger is that, Moana is pretty much taking more people with him. In the first film, it was just Moana and herself and Maui. But in this one, Moana's like pretty much bringing her crew along. That's what I remember. But there were actually times in the trailer when Moana was just by herself with Maui. But so I'm not sure what exactly happens later on. Later on, I'm like how they're gonna end up separating and all that stuff. And yeah, and also, if you thought Taka was intimidating enough as a villain, wait till you see the villain in this film, the God of Storms. Yeah, that God of Storms is gonna be really big, and there's gonna be such big action here. And yeah, the animation looks even more breathtaking than than the original. The animation looks even more breathtaking. Moana looks even more gorgeous, and also this film. One thing that's going to make this film like stand out from the original is that it's going to have this heartwarming sisterhood relationship between Moana and her little sister named Simea. Now, yes, they did not mention it in her name in this trailer, but if you go online and search on Google, they did say that the name of Moana's little sister is Simea, which is very interesting. Like, I honestly would love to see a Moana spin-off about grown-up Simea and Moana being a mother. Maybe that if Moana 3 is made, maybe that's where the story could go from here. And maybe it could be about Moana training Simea on going on an adventure. Yeah, that's already an instant pitch, an instant idea I have for Moana 3. With Pixar and Disney beating all the animes to use this year, seems like Disney is still unbeatable, because I still count Pixar as Disney. Even if Pixar will take the slight edge this year, I guarantee it. So so the second trailer that I'm going to be talking about is Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Yeah, I may have said a lot in my Moana trailer, but I actually am not going to say as much things in the other trailers as Moana 2. Yeah, Moana 2 is just something else, but the rest of these I have less things to say about, so spoiler alert. But yeah, so yeah, Skeleton Crew. Now, I'm not gonna overhype Star Wars anymore. I'm not gonna expect myself to say, oh, this is gonna be the best thing to come out of Star Wars ever. Maybe the only Star Wars shows seasons I get hyped for Star Wars shows are Andor season 2 and Ahsoka season 2. If it happens, but I'm not sure. But other than that, I'll probably keep my expectations in check. I will still be excited for them, but I'm not going to go full out fanboy mode and be like, woo, new Star Wars show. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like that. I'll admit that the only reason I predicted The Acolyte was going to be my favorite Star Wars show was because of recency bias. But I admit I probably need to stop doing that. Even Ahsoka, I had recency bias. Yeah. Even if Ahsoka is my second favorite Star Wars show, with number one being Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, but this looks good. Yeah, I know people don't care about this one because it's people are saying it's just a commercial for Galaxy's Edge, and I get that criticism. I'll admit that it doesn't. The visuals look a little concerning. It doesn't look as impressive as your typical Star Wars. But I really like the cast here. Jude Law as a Jedi. Yeah, I mean he seems like a perfect casting choice for a Jedi, and this could be one of Jude Law's best roles. So yeah, right up there. It could be right up there. But what really fascinates me the most about this is that it stars kids, which is something, something we've never seen in Star Wars, starring kids, and pretty much we get to see Star Wars, a Star Wars story from the perspective of the younglings, which I think is very unique. So yeah, a very unique addition. So yeah, I still have high hopes for this one, but I'm not gonna overhype it. Like when I did with Acolyte. No, don't get me wrong. I still like the Acolyte, but I will admit that my rating has went down from a 4.5 to a 4 out of 5. The more I think about the Acolyte. But the question is though, could this be better than the Acolyte? Well, we'll see about that. Yeah, but yeah, we'll have to see about that. So the next trailer that I'm going to be talking about is Agatha All Along. Yeah, the second trailer for Marvel's next project. Yeah. So in this year's D23, yeah, Marvel has Marvel did very little, like what I said. But they did show a clip of the Thunderbolts. I think they showed a new trailer for the Thunderbolts that they premiered. And then they also did show promotional material for Daredevil Born Again. But one Marvel project, one promotion from Marvel that did drop online was this trailer, Agatha All Along. Now, yeah, Agatha All Along, just like with Skeleton Crew, I'm not going to overhype this as one of the greatest Marvel shows ever. In fact, I feel like it could probably be the weakest Marvel show. Well, we'll see about this in Echo, but I'm kind of predicting that this could be the weakest one because, because of just how much you all know how much I defended Echo, and X-Men 97, clearly the best MCU show of the year. I say this is the best MCU Disney Plus show since Hawkeye. But I am very excited for this one. Besides Wanda herself, Scarlet Witch, Agatha is my favorite character, and she had a certain standout moment with the "Who's been messing up everything? It's been Agatha all along." Yeah. That was an amazing song. In fact, that's actually my favorite scene in all of WandaVision. That song, I love that song. Now I will admit that I don't have a lot to say about this trailer. I don't have a lot because it doesn't really add a lot of new footage that we've seen. But yeah, I love the horror aesthetics of it. Like you can tell that this is going with a more unique style, and I'm really loving Catherine Hahn as Agatha. But Aubrey Plaza is the villain. Yeah, this trailer pretty much showed more of Aubrey Plaza being a villain, because when it came to the first trailer for Agatha, it just showed that Aubrey Plaza was there, but they didn't announce that she was going to be the villain. So this one they did show that further that Aubrey Plaza's character is actually going to be the villain of this show. Yeah, and I will say that this is slightly better than a teaser trailer. Now my most anticipated MCU projects, but I'm curious about this. Yeah, and just for including that iconic Agatha All Along in this trailer, it takes a slight edge from me as being slightly better than the teaser trailer. So yeah. Now let's get into the trailers for the infamous Disney live-action remakes. Now let's talk about Snow White, one of the most controversial upcoming movies ever. And the controversy all comes from two words: Rachel Zegler. Yeah, I'm sure you're all familiar with the controversy of Rachel Zegler. The massive hate that people have against her with all the, she made this offensive comment, she hates Snow White bullshit. and Larry promoting the film was like, oh, screwed up, oh, she's not going to marry the prince. Yeah, she's just promoting the movie. Don't blame Rachel Zegler for it. But as for my honest thoughts of the trailer, it doesn't look that bad. Yeah, I don't know if I would have thought the same or differently if only I didn't if only I wasn't a Rachel Zegler fanboy who was going to like constantly defend Rachel Zegler. But like it could have been so much worse, especially with the shitty promotional material from July. Yeah, I remember July 2023, the quote-unquote 7 dwarves who don't look like dwarves at all, who look more like, a bunch of Hobbit ripoffs. Yeah, that shitty post. First look, yeah, apparently at least Disney did improve to make it look good. But apparently now people ignore those Hobbits because all they care about now is removing Rachel Zegler from this project. But Disney made the right decision to keep Rachel Zegler. Because if Rachel Zegler was kicked out of this film, I would have been done giving this film a chance and would have said it was going to suck. But yeah, I would say, comparing this to the other Disney live-action remakes, I feel the same way with this trailer as I do with Aladdin 2019, like the movie in general, not just the trailer. Aladdin 2019, yeah, if you guys are not familiar with my thoughts on it, it's a mixed bag. Aladdin 2019 is a film with cheap visuals, but it makes up for it with amazing performances and great song and great renditions of the original songs. That's how I feel about Snow White. Not a fan of the visual effects here. The CGI does not look very good, especially on the dwarves and the animals. It looks like it's just another attempt at being photorealistic. Yeah, but the performances and songs are what I'm looking forward to. Rachel Zegler's singing voice. Oh man, it looks amazing. Yeah, Rachel Zegler once again knocks it out of the park with her singing performance. Rachel Zegler is an amazing singer. You can't deny that. And so hearing her sing in this trailer, oh man, it was amazing. And I don't care what anyone else says, Rachel Zegler is the perfect Snow White. Yeah, and how come that people praise Halle Bailey? But actually, to be honest, I actually do kind of like Halle Bailey as Ariel now in Little Mermaid. I actually don't mind her on reflection, but yeah, Rachel Zegler is a million times better in my opinion. Yeah, Rachel Zegler is probably gonna be the greatest live-action Disney princess since Jasmine from Aladdin. Yeah, this looks like it could be just like Aladdin 2019. So yeah, but actually, yeah, that's actually the best I need. Just to make it look like Aladdin 2019. Oh, and by the way, Gal Gadot as the evil queen. Yeah, she actually proved me wrong. I will admit that when Gal Gadot was first announced as the evil queen, I was like, no, why Gal Gadot? Like, why are you doing this? Why? But actually, she's not bad. She actually has potential. Yeah, Gal Gadot, it actually looks really good, and I actually really like it. All in all, it looks okay. I think and I gotta say, I'm definitely seeing this one in theaters, mainly for Rachel Zegler. Yeah, is it gonna be as good as the original? Hell no, but I think it's gonna be better than that Snow White movie, the one with Kristen Stewart playing Snow White, the one that and Charlize Theron as the evil queen. It's gonna be better than that version of Snow White, for sure. Not bad. Yeah, this looks like a Disney live action remake that's actually trying. Yes, I'm not highly anticipating it. I'm not hyped for it at all. Not even close to being among my most anticipated movies of 2025. But yeah, it looks like a Disney live action remake where they're actually trying. So yeah, not bad. And of the last trailer. My goodness me. The trailer for Mufasa the Lion King, yeah. Oh dear Lord. Now, when it came to the teaser trailer, the more I rewatched the teaser trailer for Mufasa the Lion King, the more and more I hate it. And yeah, it gets worse. But this trailer, holy shit, this makes a Mufasa teaser trailer look like the Frozen 2 teaser trailer in comparison. Like, why? Like, just seriously, this was awful. Like, it was painful to sit through. Like, my God, it was even worse. Yeah, and honestly, I'm starting to think that this could actually be even worse than the first film. Now, do I think that this will be the worst movie 2024? Nah, no. I don't think it's going to be as bad as Harold in the Purple Crayon or Mufasa, or Megamind 2 or Saving Bikini Bottom, and especially Despicable Me 4. But this was so... Yeah, but honestly, this might be my least anticipated movie for the rest of the year. I'm debating between either this or The Best Christmas Pageant. Yeah, that new shitty Christmas movie from Lionsgate. Yeah, that one. Yeah, what can I say? I only saw this one once, so I don't really have a lot of notes. But other than it's shit. But what I can say is that, the CGI looks noticeably cheaper than the first film. Like, good lord, it looks even cheaper. And yeah, also the cinematography, like, especially with those close-up shots of Mufasa running. Oh dear lord. Yeah, and yeah. Also, there's apparently going to be this new villain who's like a white lion. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, the lion, like, oh dear god. Yeah, it's so laughably bad. I can't take this new villain seriously. But of course, yeah, the voice acting of Mufasa and Taka, aka Scar, but they call him Taka in this film. Horrible voice acting. Like, what the fuck? Like, at least in the first Lion King from 2019, the voice actors were actually trying. But in this one, they're not even trying at all. They literally make my ears bleed. And don't get me started on that song, the new shitty song that they displayed in the trailer. It looks horrible. It sounds like it sounds horrendous. It's honestly even worse than Spirit. I can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah, and also the way that it looks like they're going to like freaking retcon Scar's character. Like it was already bad enough that that Mufasa was like going to. It was bad enough that Mufasa and Taka were like apparently adopted brothers, even if they're supposed to be biological. But what makes it even worse is that Scar or Taka, I'll call him Scar. I'm more used to Scar than Taka. Scar apparently says that he would never kill Mufasa, that he always wanted a brother, and then he kills his own brother. Like, it looks like they're trying way too hard to make Scar so likable and sympathetic. Like, holy shit, yeah. Screw you, Barry Jenkins. Yeah, and yeah. Oh boy. This is, without question, the worst thing to come out of D23. So also for the trailer reviews, now let's get into the announcements. Yeah. The announcements. And by the way, I'm saving the best for last. You probably already know which I think is the best part of D23. I'm saving it for last. The first announcement I want to start off with is Avatar 3 officially being titled Avatar, Fire, and Ash. Yep, that's the title for it. Now, Avatar 3, yeah. Now, yeah, Avatar 3 is Avatar 3 is one of my most anticipated movies of next year, as you all know. Avatar: The Way of Water is still my favorite movie 2022 to this day. And although there is actually one film that overshadows Avatar, Fire and Ash as my most anticipated movie of next year, and that is Zootopia 2. Yes, guys, I will mention Zootopia 2 later on. But yeah, as for my thoughts on this title, it's awesome. It sounds awesome. Yeah, I really like this title of Fire and Ash. And it actually makes sense for the context of the film, that it's going to it's going to be called Fire and Ash. it actually makes sense because it's what introduced the fire people, and yeah. Now I don't have a lot to say about it. It's just a title, but yeah, I'm highly anticipating Avatar 3, second most anticipated movie of 2025, right behind Zootopia 2. In fact, I predict that Zootopia 2 will be the best movie of 2025. So yeah, that's all for it. Now we get into Incredibles 3. Literally finally being confirmed after all these rumors and speculations. We finally have Incredibles 3. Yeah, the long-awaited sequel coming. Yeah, I highly predict that Incredibles 3 will come in 2027. Yep, and yeah, this I'm hyped for it. As of now, this will be my most anticipated Pixar film. Yeah, this is my most anticipated Pixar film. And yeah, now I doubt that this will top Inside Out 2. I highly doubt it. But then again, I doubt that Inside Out 2 was going to top Incredibles 2, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe Incredibles 3 could be the best Pixar film, but the thing is, Inside Out 2 really spoke to me on a personal level, which made Inside Out 2 be my favorite Pixar film. Incredibles is just an action-packed superhero film. It doesn't really lead into the more emotional side of Pixar, so I don't think it's going to top Inside Out 2, personally. But yeah, I'm definitely hyped for it. I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see everyone get it, especially Violet. Oh boy, yeah. Let's see what they're going to do with this. I think this could top Incredibles 2 as the best Incredibles movie. There is a chance, so yeah. Yep. Anyways, yeah. Now let's get into another rant on an announcement. The first look at Toy Story 5. Oh, yep. Y'all know that Toy Story 5 is my least anticipated Pixar film, period. Yep. Yeah, and this does not look any better. Now, I have two problems with Toy Story 5 based on what we heard from D23. First of all, why the fuck is Woody back with the gang, with Buzz, Jesse, and all the main toys? Didn't Woody separate, from Bo Peep? Didn't Woody separate from the toys to be with Bo Peep in the end of Toy Story 4? Yeah, like, seriously, Pixar, like, why would you want to pull off a Rise of Skywalker with Toy Story 5? Even if I am actually thinking of giving Rise of Skywalker a chance. Yeah, why would you pull off a Rise of Skywalker? This just all the more confirms that Toy Story 4 is going to suck. By undoing Toy Story 4's ending. Sure, yes. I honestly think that the decision of Woody separating from the toys to be with Bo, it's dumb. It's really dumb. But that doesn't mean you should reckon it. I mean, if you want Woody to be with Bo, then just go for it. It's not that hard. And the second problem with it is the whole premise of this plot. Dear God. So basically, it's about the toys. It's about Bonnie being on her electronics, being like addicted to electronics, which basically every single teenager would relate to. But apparently, the toys are going to stop the electronics from overshadowing them. What the fuck is that plot? Like, I bet they're gonna send off a preachy message that, oh, electronics are bad for you. Yeah, yes, I know for the fact that that being addicted to electronics is unhealthy, even if I'm guilty of it myself. But don't preach a message like that. Yeah, and the main characters fighting against gadgets, like fighting against electronics. That sounds like a ripoff of Mitchell's vs. the Machines. Like, so yeah. Don't tell me this is actually going to rip off the Mitchells vs. the Machines, but like, oh, the gadget will become evil and destroy the world. Yeah. And also, yeah, there's still like that rumor that Andy would actually take back his toys, which is going to undo the ending of Toy Story 3. So yeah. Definitely one of my least anticipated movies of 2026. Well, at least it's not number one, as that would go to the Moana remake. So yeah. And then we get, a more positive review on, a more positive, a more positive announcement with Pixar announcing their new original film called Hoppers. Now, it's hard for me to explain what the premise of this film is. The only thing the only two things I can say in my mind is that it's directed by it stars John Hamm as the leading star, and also it's going to have a stylized, possibly Spider-Verse animation style as seen in the first look. And just for the fact that this has that Pixar is doing the Spider-Verse animation style for the first time, that's actually what gets me curious about it. Now, do I think that this will be one of my most anticipated movies of 2026? Well, we'll see about that. We'll see if this is going to make my top 10. Well, actually, for now, it is in my top 10 most anticipated, but we'll see how many more 2026 movies they announce. But what I can say is that it'll be the better Pixar film of 2026 than Toy Story 5, for damn sure, because screw Toy Story 5 from existing. Yeah, and also, I'm intrigued by this. So yeah, moving on. Oh boy, another fucking rant on the new CGI for Stitch, for the Lilo and Stitch remake. Yes, it looks like Stitch, and Stitch is once again going to be voiced by Chris Sanders. But I gotta say, in my personal opinion, blah, 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 blah. What the fuck is this? Horrible CGI. I'm sorry, it's awful. Now, at least it's not as bad as the Mufasa the Lion King official trailer, but still, this Stitch CGI, it's awful. Like, it's so, like, it's shit, man. Yeah. Actually, scratch that. I'd say Mufasa the Lion King and Stitch are tied as the worst things to come out of D23. And out of all the announcements, this is the worst of them all. Yeah, and Little Stitch is probably my least anticipated Disney live-action remake. Yeah, I don't know why this movie exists, and it looks like it's old sign design all over again, and I don't think they're going to do anything to improve it because they're too proud of it, the animators. Yeah, not much else to say. Moving on. So, next movie I'm going to be talking about is my most anticipated movie of 2025, Zootopia 2. What does Zootopia 2 have in store? Well, it turns out they revealed that the story is going to be about reptiles. Yeah, so the first film is about mammals and predators and how they unite with each other. This film is going to be about reptiles. And they actually showed a clip of Zootopia 2 where pretty much this beaver character pretty much takes Nick and Judy to the reptile area where they're pretty much looking for this snake named Gary, who is going to give Nick and Judy their new mission. And yeah, so they introduced Gary in the film. Maybe Gary could be the twist villain. I honestly suspect that Gary is going to be the twist villain of this movie. We'll see. We'll see. But what they said about Gary, the snake, yes, it's a snake by the way, is that he is going to be voiced by Ke Huy Quan, who is literally everywhere now. Yeah, Ke Huy Quan's Oscar win for Everything Everywhere All at Once really led him to be everywhere now. He's like literally everywhere, and I don't blame Ke Huy Quan to being everywhere. He deserves it. He's a phenomenal actor. So that's all I can say for Zootopia 2. I'm hyped for this film, most anticipated movie next year. So yeah. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we saved the best for last. The best announcement. The best announcement in this the best announcement in sorry for stuttering. The best announcement in D23, Frozen 3. Yeah. Frozen 3, my most anticipated movie of all time. No competition. So what does Frozen 3 bring us? A gorgeous looking concept art with Anna and Elsa on a horse. Elsa still has her long hair and her knock, and Anna with a brand new horse and going back to her adventure dress from Frozen 2. There's also another concept art where apparently Anna's going to bring back her outfit from the first Frozen movie. Yeah. So basically, the photo basically shows Anna and Elsa like on their horses about to go to this thing in a closet. Looks like heaven, and it looks like Elsa's previously built ice castle. Maybe it's Otto Holland, like what Otto Holland is like if it's not frozen or not cursed. We'll have to see about that. But I gotta say, man, this is so beautiful. This looks like a painting. Yeah, I love it. It looks so artistic. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. This is genuinely a work of art right here. Yeah. And yeah. But unfortunately, Frozen 3 has been delayed to November 2027, which honestly is very disappointing, but I am not mad about it. I guess, probably Disney's still not done with their story yet. They still need to improve it and all that stuff. It's, you know what? I can't wait. It's 2027. I mean, there's more life in this, and I can just rewatch Frozen 2 all over and over again. So yeah, looks like it's gonna take 8 years it's gonna be an 8-year gap from Frozen 3 from Frozen 2 to Frozen 3, and I'm actually down for it. Yeah, I'm actually down for it, honestly. Even though 2027 has Avengers: Secret Wars, which y'all know is my most anticipated MCU film, and still is my most anticipated MCU film, Frozen 3 is my most anticipated movie of 2027 now. Yeah, even over Avengers: Secret Wars. And it looks like maybe 2027 could be the best year for movies ever. Yeah, it's my most anticipated. And maybe, and based on those two films I mentioned, plus the assumption that Incredibles 3 could come out in 2027, 2027 is shaping out to be an incredible year, no pun intended. And as for 2026, if you're wondering what my new most anticipated movie in 2026 is now, well, Frozen 3, it's Avengers: Secret Wars. Yeah, Avengers: Secret Wars is now my most anticipated movie of 2026. And even if Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse releases in 2026, it gets a 2026 release date, I would still put Avengers Doomsday as my most anticipated movie in 2026 because of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, like being shaped up to be the Heath Ledger Joker of the MCU. And plus the fact that it's Avengers. What could go wrong? Yeah, I'm sure you all know that I personally preferred Infinity War over Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse back in 2018. So yeah, that shows that I'm still more of a fan of the Avengers movies than the Spider-Verse movies. So for my thoughts on D23, it was an incredible year. So yeah, what are your thoughts on D23, and what was your favorite announcement in D23? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review on Aliens. Yep, I'm continuing on the Alien review series leading up to Romulus. So yeah, bye guys.